Who do I have here with me today? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Mary Correa.
Mary Correa.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do?
I am a mixed media artist and instructor.
Mixed media artist. So you go do a different...
Yeah, it basically means that I've never met an art supply I don't like.
Never.
So,
And I know that looking at some of your stuff, you like colors.
yes.
Colors.
I love a lot of color.
So tell me, Mary, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from just outside the DC area, and we moved to Lakeland in 1997. My husband works for Marriott, and he took a transfer here because I was tired of snow.
Oh, tired of snow. That's probably why I'm here, because my mom and dad didn't like the snow up in Ohio, and they moved down here. Now I don't like the sun. I want
Yeah, I know.
build a dome or something over that.
Now the mountains look good.
So you're an artist, and you paint. What all different types of?
Mainly painting, but I also make handmade art books. And then for teaching, I do a little bit of everything. So I do everything from craft to fine art.
So you're a teacher as well as a artist.
Yes, so a lot of times when I say teacher, people think school teacher. I'm not a school teacher. I'm a art instructor, and just for grown-ups.
And how long have you been doing this?
I started teaching in 2017. Art's kind of always been a part of me, but 2017 is when I really started teaching and building my business.
You said to yourself, if you're gonna be at the Marriott working, I'm gonna.
I actually worked at Marriott too until 2004, and then my son was born in 2006, so I was home with him for a while, and doing art, but not putting it out in the community.
Oh, okay. So you did it as a hobby just for yourself,
Yeah.
and developed it into a
Yeah.
teaching student. Perspectives. Did you go to
Yeah.
art school or anything?
No, I went to school for accounting.
Total opposite.
My parents wanted me to have, something I can make money at, which asked me how many accounting jobs I've had.
Same as me.
Yep.
Yep. Same as me. I got how many marketing jobs have I had? None.
Yep.
They wouldn't hire me.
So I always tease them. I'm like, so should have sent me to art school, huh?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you also are a member of what?
The Lakeland Arts Association.
What position did you say you had?
I'm vice president.
Vice president of the Lakeland Arts Association, and their mission is what?
Our mission is to bring art into the community, to help artists understand how to get their art out into the community, to give them any sort of support that they need, and then also look at what kind of art the community needs. So one of our big partners for children's programs is Bonnet Springs. So we participate with their STEAM weeks and spring break weeks and things like that, bringing a combination of art and science or art and math, and bringing them activities.
That's fantastic. And so, do you have a studio?
I actually just moved into a studio at the beginning of July.
This July?
Yeah.
And this is August, okay.
Yeah, so this is my first studio outside of my home. Until now, I've just been renting space or going into existing art fabric stores and using their classrooms. But now I am opening my new studio, and we actually open this Friday, August 8th.
August 8th?
Yep.
This coming Friday. Today is Wednesday.
Yep.
In 2 days you're open.
Yep.
And where's this at?
It's at the Lakeland Town Center, which is, the easiest way to explain, is between Memorial and East Parker. A lot of people know the Polk Government Building, the Circuit Court Building. It used to be the DMV before they moved. It's in the same building. Our doorway is just to the right of the courthouse entrance.
The old Sears town.
Yep.
A lot of people
Yep,
across the street from the church at the mall.
Yep.
That's fantastic. So this coming Friday, you have a grand opening.
Yep, from 5 to 8 p.m.
And who's invited?
Anyone who wants to come.
Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone in the art community, anyone who wants to see.
Yeah.
And you're going to show off your works. You're going to do what?
There's art on the walls. We have all of our classes for August and September. that'll be available to sign up for right there.
Okay,
So in August, we're doing an intro to art journaling. We also have, once a month, we have these other things called arty parties, which are more like a craft. So you go home with a completely finished project. And our first one, we're making book bricks for your garden. So you take a brick and you paint it to look like your favorite book.
no kidding, I never heard that.
And then you can eventually build up, your own little library in your garden.
I never heard of that. Wonder how that idea came around.
I don't know. I've seen it for a couple of years, and I'm a member of the band book club here in town, from the Dead Swan Society, and it gave me the idea that in my own garden I wanted to have a little library of all the books that we've read. So I had started making some, and then I thought it would be a great arty party. Arty parties are our, I call them the gateway drug, where you kind of get into the studio, you get your hands a little. It's for the people who keeps telling me I'm not creative.
And they never tried.
And they never try, and it just made me sad because there's so many children's art programs in town, but there's nothing that's tailored mostly just for adults. We are a child-free environment because as a mom, I appreciate having time where I can go somewhere and I don't have to worry about watching anyone. So it's tailored much more for a grown-up environment.
Okay, so if you're an adult and you think you don't have the talents, come see.
That's right. We've got something for everybody.
And so when you say medias, can you give me a little bit more detail on the different types of medias?
Yeah, so some people, I think the one a lot of people are most familiar with is either a watercolor painting, acrylic painting, or an oil painting. So those are 3 different medias.
Okay.
And then outside of that, you have collage, you have photography, you have drawing. So mixed media just means I combine at least 2 of those together.
Oh, at least 2.
Yeah, so my main avenues are acrylic and collage.
Acrylic and collage, okay. And do you do like a 3-dimensional, like your brick painting? Do you do just like sculpture? I guess you would say sculpture.
I'm not as much. The closest I get to sculpture are my art books, because they are something that's you can physically hold and look through. But most of my artwork that I sell is paintings that will go on your wall.
Fantastic. And can you give me some more description about the classes and the pricing or anything, how that works, what people sign up to?
Yeah, so my website now has all of our classes for August and September, which is just marycorreastudios.com. And so our classes start with our most basic. We have what I call an art journaling meetup. So it's people who art journal. We just all get together once a month. That's a $20 meetup. We get it there. You get to use full access of the studio for the time that we're there, because we have all of our fun supplies. And
so your studio is full of the supplies. They just show up.
Yep.
Okay.
We even have the apron. So if you don't want to get your clothes messed up, we have an apron for you. So we have everything. Some of our classes, because they're things that build on one another, we'll tell people bring your art journal back. But most of the time, especially if it's an intro class, you have the option of adding your toolkit when you register, and then it's just sitting there waiting for you, and then it's yours to take when you go home.
Oh, so
you don't have to go shopping and figure out where, do I buy it on Amazon, do I buy it,
Okay. So when you say Mary Correa Studios, you MaryCorreastudios.com.
Yep.
And so all the information, the pricing and all of that is there as well.
It
They go
is.
there.
Yep.
And when people come to your new grand open, by the way, it's a big happening. You should really consider it this Friday. What can they expect?
We're gonna have, most important, we're gonna have snacks and drinks. But we'll also have full descriptions of all of our classes that are coming up. I'm also, in October, I'm hosting a 3-day retreat over at Camp Margaritaville.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have more information about that. We do it once a year. It's called Camp Craftapalooza. So we spend 3 days. Most of the people stay there. We have cabins that you can stay in. And we'll make 8 to 10 projects that you can recreate for the holidays.
Oh, wow.
So it gives you the boost, and then you can go home and make to give to your friends and family.
So it can be a gift.
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing that. Now, the last little thing I'm thinking of is about this depot. There's some kind of art depot you're talking about. Do you know more information about that?
I do. So the Lakeland Arts Association is lucky enough to be kind of at the inception of this. We have, for several years, have been trying to find a location for artists. One of the big problems that I see in Lakeland is that there's not affordable artist studio space that can be rented. There's been a few that have come up and gone away, but they just haven't stuck. And when I moved into the building where my new studio is, I met the owner, and he had a bit of a vision of creating an arts district. But since he's not from Lakeland and he doesn't live here, he wanted to know if I knew any artists. And I said, yeah.
I'm the vice president.
I got a few. So I met along with the president of the Arts Association. We met with him, and he took us to show us this amazing building that's in the same complex. That what he asked of us was to find artists who would rent the studio spaces. Right now there's 38 studios available, and we have 19 of them filled as of yesterday.
Wow, so it's going
Yeah.
fast.
So the space will include the 38 studios. There are 2 classroom spaces. One that's marked for what I call the grown-up education, because when you say adult education, it sounds dirty. So we have the grown-up classroom space, so you'll be able to go there and take workshops. The artists who have studios can rent that classroom space if they want to have a workshop, and the Arts Association will be using it for their workshops. But we also are going to have a children's education center that'll have summer camps and after-school programs and be available for birthday parties if people want to rent the space.
So it's not yours, is just but in the future, as this thing grows, you're going to include kids can do then.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so this is different than my business. This is just the Arts Association is going to be the one kind of doing all the programming. We're not involved with any of the finances for that area, but we're the ones doing the programming so that it brings people. Because each of the artist studios are getting a single glass panel that looks into their studio, so they'll have a chance to do some merchandising if they have artwork to sell. So now our thoughts are to do like monthly artist walks, so the artists can be in the studio working, have their doors open, have their merchandise in their window. We have events going on. There's a garden space outside, so we can have events going on there. People will walk through and they can do shopping. We're opening in October, so it's perfect timing with the holidays coming.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
That it gives people, right now we don't have a lot of opportunities to sell our art other than markets, which during summertime are not fun.
It's so brutal, so brutally hot.
Right. And so by having this large number of artists in one area, we can bring in more people because they may be coming to see Susie in the back corner, but they have to walk by everybody else's in order to get back there.
That is fantastic.
And we have a great assortment of artists already. We have ceramic artists and oil painters and acrylic painters, and we have someone who does Venetian plaster. We have several music teachers. So
it doesn't matter what your medium is.
As long as it's in the creative field.
That is absolutely. And again, this is over 936 East Memorial Boulevard, the old Sears town, across the street from the church at the mall.
Yeah, so the building that I'm in is actually 936 East Parker. I'm not sure what the address of the depot is going to be yet because there's 4 buildings they're connecting. I'm not sure what number. But the Lakeland Town Center, it's like an L shape, and I always tell people it's in the elbow.
It's in yellow.
And it's also where if you're Old Lakeland, I've been told that Publix used to have the Foods of the World tile mosaic on the ground. So if you're familiar with that, or the Green Stamp store,
Yeah.
that's where the Depot Arts District will be.
We've had some local people preserve some of that as well.
Yeah.
Some very local. Well, the owner is revitalizing that whole town center.
He's amazing.
Yeah, great Sharon, if you don't know. And do you know about the the Memorial Boulevard corridor revitalization?
Yes.
So this just coincidentally, coincidentally, comes together at the exact same time. He's revitalizing this, and we're gonna revitalize that
Yeah.
whole, that is.
I know.
Can you imagine what Central Florida's gonna look like
I know.
2-3 years from now, 5 years from now?
I think about when I first moved here in '97, even this downtown area, it shut down at 5 o'clock except for Molly's. That was like the only thing around here
Yeah.
that stayed open. And you look at it now and you can never believe that.
I agree.
And that's not that many years ago.
Yeah. Well, Mary, I appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to spending some time over there myself, bringing my family over there, and it's got to be a big relief to know that you got the same studio. You go back, and it's
Yeah.
going to be growth to have the roots planted,
Yeah.
where now you can invest instead of being bounced around and all
Right.
that.
Right. And I'm so excited just to have my stuff in one spot and being able to maintain the environment. So as people are coming in, I know that they're going to get the same experience every single time. I'm not going to have to worry about I'm at this place, and
That's
so
wonderful.
I'm very excited.
So they can find you on Facebook and Instagram and all that.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. I'm Mary Correa Studios.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.
And I also want to thank Cohats for letting me use this beautiful room. Have a fantastic day.
Great. Thank you. You too.